Now that we calculated the weight of the boat and made the displacement match that value, we already know our boat will float. So now we'll focus on finding the location of the center of buoyancy. From our waterplane areas, we will find our vertical center of buoyancy. From our station areas, we'll find our longitudinal center of buoyancy. From my waterplane area table, which is already partially filled out from when I had to find my volumetric displacement from my waterplanes, I list the number of spaces that my waterplane areas are from my reference point, which is located on the base plane. For instance, my 13th waterplane, located at my draft, is 12 spaces away from my base plane. The number of spaces is called the lever arm, which is terminology found when discussing moments. Next, I multiply this lever arm by the product of my Simpson's multiplier and waterplane area here in order to get a new value. I then sum this column and then plug this into my vertical center of buoyancy equation. My vertical center of buoyancy equation is equal to my waterplane spacing times my sum of my Simpson's multiplier times my waterplane areas times my vertical lever arm. And this is all divided by my sum of my Simpson's multiplier times my waterplane areas. This is equal to my half-inch spacing between my waterplanes times 370,631.83 square inches divided by 60,883.04 square inches. And therefore, my vertical center of buoyancy is 3.04 inches above my baseline. From my station area table, I list the number of stations that my station areas are away from my reference point, which is located on the forward perpendicular. For instance, station 10 is 10 stations away from my first station, or the forward perpendicular. Next, I multiply the lever arm by the product of the Simpson's multiplier times the station area in order to get a new value. I plug this sum into my longitudinal center of buoyancy equation, where the h in my longitudinal center of buoyancy equation has not changed from my displacement and draft calculations. My distance between my stations is still 7.9125 inches.